Hey, this is definitely your doing, isn't it? Steve suddenly transferred to a branch office in the countryside. Such a demotion. It has to be your doing.
Oh, really?
And I lost my job, you know. They made it look like I retired on my own will. But they suddenly pressured me into it. Isn't it practically the same as being fired?
Oh my. How unfortunate for the newlywed to start off like this. Well, starting a new life in the countryside in a relaxed environment might not be so bad, you know. That way, the child can grow up freely, right?
Stop being optimistic. I absolutely hate the idea of living in the countryside with no entertainment. All of this is your fault. You were saying some crazy stuff about a hellish ride.
True, but I don't have the power to demand your demotion or dismissal. It was entirely your company's judgment.
Unbelievable that all of this happened just because of wrecking your engagement. What the heck did you say to our bosses? What gives you the right to do something like this?
I didn't say anything, and I have no right to intervene. However, the subcontracting company received a stern message from the head of its best client. So the company has to issue some form of punishment for this matter, you know.
What are you talking about? The head of the best client?
Yeah, but let me make it clear. It wasn't me. I'm just his daughter. I have no connection with your company whatsoever.
Oh my God.
You were all happy to be congratulated on your marriage. But don't forget that there are people who are enraged about it behind the scenes. After all, a marriage by Oh no, there wasn't? I'm billing him for $20,000 as compensation for the infidelity and breaking off the engagement 2 days before the wedding. I hope you haven't thrown that away.
$20,000? Oh, yes, there's another paper.
Phew, that's great. So it's a total bill of $50,000 then. I don't think he has the ability to pay it, so maybe you can lend a hand?
Lend a hand? I have nothing to offer.
But it's for the sake of your devoted son, you know. His debt was just to show you how good he was. So please, I'm counting on you.
I'm giving him back to you, so please, spare us the $50,000.
Oh, you've already heard, huh? I don't intend to spare you guys. Please make the payment. Please stick to the due date and pay promptly.
That's impossible. We don't have that much savings. Besides, we need the money for the baby.
But you see, this and your baby are unrelated. If you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help?
What? What did you just say to me?
Huh? I said, if you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help? Oops, I wasn't thinking. They found out about the affair and cut ties with you immediately. Among the people I've heard of recently, they were the only decent ones.
It's all your fault. I lost my job because of you. Steve's transferred far away and my parents have disowned me. Everything's in chaos because of you.
I'm happy to know that you're smoothly descending into hell. Have you learned your lesson from pursuing an affair? Well, it's too late to regret now.
I'm done with all this. I'm returning Steve to you, so please forgive me.
What about the child? Are you planning to raise it on your own?
I'll figure something out. Like you, I'm young and cute. I'll find a new husband in no time. Mind your own business.
Oh, by any chance, are you planning to run back to your ex-boyfriend, the one you were two-timing with? I heard he's a top lawyer.
How did you find out about that?
I looked him up to make sure you sunk into hell. I met him in person to discuss everything.
No.
When I told him what happened, he said you suddenly broke up with him, but it was for the best. He seemed really happy. He even mentioned that the head of the law firm is introducing his daughter to him. He's ready to move on now. He said he's cutting ties with a two-timing relationship wrecker like you and starting a happy life with a sensible woman.
Wait! This can't be true. My second choice. He was my backup plan in case.
What do you mean by your second choice when you're already with a child?
You can easily deceive someone about having a child, right? This is just unbelievable. Now I have no one to rely on. It's your fault. Why did you do this to me?
I told you. Be prepared for the hellish ride. Well then, good luck with your happy married life. As expected, Steve approached his mother Naomi for a $50,000 loan. However, she couldn't afford to pay and refused. He pressured her about all the things he had paid for. Eventually, she had to let go of the house she had just renovated in order to cooperate with the payment. He then took a solo transfer to a regional branch office while Evelyn's living in a cheap apartment with Naomi. After giving birth, she was blamed for the zero savings that was used to pay me and was immediately sent to work. On top of that, she's responsible for housework, so I've heard she's physically and mentally exhausted. On the other hand, I've had a new encounter with a nice guy, and we're currently in a relationship with marriage in mind.
apologize to you too. Oh, by the way, can I ask you to tell Lena something for the one last time? What, to Lena? Please tell Lena. I know it's hard, but she's not alone. She has a successful family on her team. So good luck. Take care. Oh, also, tell the makeup and Kenny I said hi. Lena's engagement was officially called off. Kenny and his family had to pay more than $100,000 to her fiancé and his family, including compensation and wedding expenses. All of their savings were gone, and they even had to sell their car to make money. They also had to borrow money to cover the shortage. As for their family, Nicole became suspicious of Kenny that he might cheat on her. She wears a very scaly look on her face every day, and it is hard to imagine that she was once a model. Lena quit her job and completely shut herself in a room. Nicole and Lena now disdain Kenny. He is ignored at home, and he is living miserably in hell.
How did you like my dress unveiling party today? It was so beautiful that everyone was speechless. Since all the people there were simpletons, my creamy white dress looked stunning. Molly. Oh, wow! The plain girl finally responded. I can't believe that someone like you is the sister-in-law of someone beautiful and elegant like me. Me either. Today was my mother's funeral. I can't believe that someone would wear a pure white dress and sparkling jewelry to a funeral, and then go on to say she's going to a party. I don't even want to think of you as my sister-in-law. It's beyond common sense. Oh, not this. Resentment? Excuse me? You're jealous of my beauty because you're a plain, ugly woman who's not even in my league. You're not the only one. Everyone in your family is plain and ugly. Even your dead mother is at the bottom of the face deviation scale. But you had a gorgeous, beautiful woman like me at your funeral. It must have been an honor for those of you who come from humble and ugly families. Everyone looked kind of bitter. I looked beautiful in my dress, didn't I? Everyone is really pissed off at you. We all wanted to send my mother off quietly, wholeheartedly and politely. And then it became your fashion show. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. What? How old are you now? What? What does that have to do with anything? Just tell me. I'm 29. Oh my God, 29? What's so funny? You're 29 years old, you don't have a clue about social common sense, and you're pathetically jealous. Huh? You know what? It's a miracle that a plain, ugly family like yours could be related to our gorgeous family. It's a real mystery why Kellen, a handsome and well-educated man, chose a woman like you. It's probably just a passing fancy. You'll get divorced in the near future. No, we won't. You will. No matter what Kellen says, I'll make sure you get divorced. You guys should at best live your lives as my supporting role. Even today, you were all dressed in all black. You were all wearing all black today to complement my pure white dress, weren't you? That's not why. It was to express our condolences to my mother. My mother and I don't live our lives to make you look good. That's what you're living for. You are only supporting characters. Only beautiful women like me and handsome, well-educated men like Kellen can play the leading roles in your lives. You're less than extras, but you're so uppity. You think you're an actor? It's more impudent of you to come to a funeral in a dress. Even your pride and joy, Kellen, is upset with your attitude today. You came dressed in an unthinkable way, and afterwards, you bragged about your jewelry and talked to a young man without any consideration for the memory of the individual. He said he doesn't know what you were trying to do and that you must be out of your mind. He's really pissed off. Kellen is being deceived by you. I don't know what kind of tricks you're using to blind him. I'll make sure he opens his eyes. When Kellen comes to his senses, he'll tell you he's divorcing you. And then, he'll praise me for how beautiful I look in my dress. Where do you get your confidence from? Because he's my brother. A bottom-feeding family like yours has no use except to make us look good. Marriages, funerals, and all the other things you do are ridiculous. I'm sure even Kellen will realize that. Oh, is that so? You're not going to retract that statement, are you? Do I have to retract it? I just said the truth. You're gonna be sorry. You're the one who's going to be sorry. You'll be sorry you ever challenged me, idiot. Good morning. Are you feeling okay? Yesterday was a bit of a shock, but I'm fine now. I see. That's good. Your family is still mad, aren't they? I'm really sorry too. You had to go through that. No, it's not your fault. They're all still pretty angry, and I think that's justified. I told everyone that you rushed to your parents' house to protest. They're saying that out of all the members of that insane family, you're the only one that, well... I see. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about it. How did Molly turn out to be such a crazy person? Even if your parents get angry at her? No, even my parents are on Molly's side. What? Were your parents that difficult to talk to? I only met them a few times, but I didn't get that impression. You know that Molly and I are not related by blood, right? She's my stepmother's daughter, and I'm my father's son. My stepmother has always loved Molly so much, she's never scolded her. Dad is also completely under my stepmother's thumb, and he can't assert himself. They say Molly is at an age where she wants to dress stylishly, so what's wrong with that? Besides, just participating in the funeral is commendable enough. Complaining about her appearance is narrow-minded, and so on. With statements like these, everyone except me is defending Molly. She's at an age when she wants to dress up, but she's not in high school. Molly's 36 this year. I can't believe your parents are still protecting her at that age. More than being protected, it's like being overly dependent. Yet, despite that, her pride is surprisingly high. She even pressured me to get a divorce, and it's really exhausting. Oh, of course, I firmly rejected the idea of getting a divorce, okay? I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the fact that you flew back to your hometown right after the funeral yesterday. You haven't had any time to rest. Thanks for worrying about me. You're right. I haven't slept much. I was listening to my parents and Molly's messed up story, and I started to feel sick. I had to get out of the house for a while. Well, now I understand what's going on, so take it easy and come home. I'll be waiting for you. Thanks. We'll talk about how to handle Molly and the others when I get back. Hey, Simply Ugly. Come to this address now. What, Molly? Is this address a wedding hall? Yes, because today is my wedding. A wedding? That's very sudden. You can come on short notice, can't you? You commoners must have a lot of free time anyway, right? Well, my relatives are getting together today for a barbecue. Oh, well, that's perfect. Bring all your plain-looking relatives to my wedding. The beautiful bride and groom will be more attractive if there are many plain-faced attendees. Even if you say so, I can't go. Some of the people with me now say it's the first they've heard of it, and it's too sudden. What are you laughing at? If you hear this, you'll want to come to the ceremony. You don't have Kellen at your gathering, do you? No. He's absent because he has some business he can't miss. That's a lie. What? Kellen will attend my wedding. As the groom, in fact. Groom? Huh? But you two are brother and sister, right? It's wrong for you to get married. Me and Kellen are siblings who are not blood related. We're a beautiful man and a beautiful woman. A perfect couple. But Kellen would never agree to such a thing. There must be a mistake. You're an idiot! Of course Kellen agreed. I opened up Kellen's eyes about being deceived by you. Then, he fell in love with me. Wow, I'm such a sinful woman. To begin with, Kellen is my husband. I wouldn't just let him go and get married. Kellen said he's divorcing you, and he complimented me on how beautiful I looked in my dress. See? I was right, wasn't I? There's no way. Too frustrated to accept it? But you won't be able to say that after seeing the wedding, will you? I'll invite all of your simpleton relatives to the wedding. I understand. There are 12 of us, so we'll all go now. Oh, you're so understanding. It's good to admit defeat. I'll be waiting for you. What's going on? Kellen won't marry me. And what's with you guys dressed like that? Jeans and t-shirts? Of course, right? No, it's not right. What do you mean you're attending a wedding in t-shirts? You wore a fancy dress to my mother's funeral, so I dressed according to your common sense. Only you and your parents were dressed in pure white, and you looked very out of place. And what does that mean? Before I knew it, Kellen had changed into jeans. Security guards came in with you guys and stopped us in the middle of the ceremony. What's going on? I guess the reason the security guards came in was because the ceremony hall was being used without permission. In order to get me and Kellen divorced, you threatened a friend of the staff of the ceremony hall and snuck in. I can't believe you tried to have a wedding with your brother, even though you're not blood related. It's so insane, it's almost funny. Don't you realize that it's crazy to think it would work? I mean, I didn't want Kellen to be taken away by you, the plain, ugly one. Kellen wouldn't even take my side about your mother's funeral. Even when I told him to divorce you, he wouldn't take me seriously. So I had no choice but to take him away any way I could. Halfway through, Kellen was on board and I thought it was going to work out. That was just a facade, of course. He was just trying to make you pay for your sins by going along. What do you mean, my sins? I didn't do anything wrong. My mother's funeral was too insane, but it wasn't enough to charge you with a crime. But now there is a clear charge of trespassing on the ceremony site. And the dress you're wearing? It probably belongs to someone else who is having a ceremony in the near future, right? I don't think it's a good idea to wear it without permission. What? You all deceived me? And what are you talking so high and mighty about? You and Kellen are in on it, and it's terrible. I've put Kellen in the hardest role of all, but he did it for me because of what happened at my mother's funeral. What's that supposed to mean? In outdoor clothes, together with the security personnel, we headed towards you. Kellen was buying us time in order for us to tell you that you will die socially. We could have just had you arrested, but that didn't seem like it would be enough for my mother's relatives, who were infuriated about the funeral being ruined. I felt a little better when I saw you in such a distraught state of helplessness. Huh? What the hell? Because of you, the wedding hall is asking me to pay compensation. They threatened to call the police if I couldn't pay in one lump sum. Kellen also said never to talk to him again and blocked me. It's your fault. It's the fault of your simple family. You have to do something. No can do. If you suffer, it may bring a little relief to my mother. After that, we cut ties with Molly and her in-laws. The following week, we moved out of the house and completely severed all ties. I heard that Molly and her parents bowed down and got them to accept the compensation for the wedding hall and the wedding dress in installments. This incident triggered an outburst of anger from his father, who had been at his wife's beck and call. He was so angry with Molly and her sweet mother that he divorced her mother and moved out of the house. Molly and her mother, who were deadbeats, had no choice but to work. They have had to pay back Molly's compensation and have been living in extreme poverty.
Serena, are you already asleep? Sorry, I missed the last train. I'll stay at a business hotel near the office.
Tatum, you finally finished work? Rough day, huh?
Serena, you're awake.
I thought you'd be coming home, so I prepared dinner. I don't blame you for working late, but if you're going to be late, you should let me know.
Yeah, sorry. I've been really busy at work. I didn't have time to check my phone, so...
Is work that busy?
Yeah, especially because it's the busiest season of the year. A guy under me made a huge mistake. I'm trying to clean up the mess.
I see. That's tough.
If I handle this right, it'll improve my standing with the boss. I might even get a raise, so I'm gonna do my best to take care of it.
You'll be back in the morning, right?
No, I'm going straight to the office. I need to get into the office early tomorrow morning.
You're working on your day off? You're really a hard worker.
Oh, by the way, you said you were meeting up with your high school friends tomorrow, right?
Yep. We're gonna have lunch and then go shopping. We're going out for dinner too, but if you're coming home, I'll finish up early and make dinner, okay?
No, I'll be late tomorrow. You go hang out with your friends and stretch your wings.
Yeah? Okay. Then I'll take you up on that. Well, I'm going to bed. I'm sure you're tired too, so get some rest.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Good night.
My wife is so gullible.
How was it, Tatum? Is it true that your wife won't be there tomorrow?
Yeah, she'll be gone all afternoon. Now we can see each other again tomorrow.
Yay! I'm looking forward to going to your house. But is it true that your wife doesn't know? She's too naive. It worries me.
She doesn't know at all. She's so obtuse, you know what I mean? She thinks I worked so late I missed the last train today.
No way! When actually, you're coming home on time to have a rendezvous with me. Dinner at a restaurant with a night view, then making out at a hotel? You've never given your wife such a nice date present, have you?
Of course not. You're the only one I love.
Oh, baby, I'm so happy. Hey, why don't you just divorce a woman like that and hurry up and be my husband? I've been saying that for a while.
Well, don't be in such a hurry. I've just been keeping her around because she's a handy housekeeper. Don't worry, I'll divorce her soon.
Hurry up, okay? I can't wait.
Yeah, I promise. For now, we'll stay at the hotel tonight. Tomorrow, we'll have fun at my place, you and me.
Who was that woman? What were you two doing in her house? Answer me.
What woman? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. When I came home, you were in bed with a young woman making out with her. And when I came in, both of you rushed out the door without your coats on. And I found the woman's coat still in the bedroom. Do you think you can get away with this after getting caught in the act?
Damn it, why? I thought you were going out to dinner with your friends today. Why did you come home so early?
I've been suspicious of you for a while, so I told you a lie about my plans and came home early. I'm surprised you fell for it.
How did you find out? I was trying to make sure you never would.
There are no absolutes in this world. I heard you lied about working late every day and went out with girls. A friend of mine from high school happened to know the girl you were having an affair with. She said, "Isn't that Serena's husband she's with?" She sent me a picture of you guys having dinner at a restaurant with a night view.
What?
Kayla Sussman. I heard she's an employee of your business partner. Ah, there's a woman's brand bag on the floor. I checked her driver's license, so I'm sure. Miss Sussman seemed to be in a great hurry to leave her valuables behind. Maybe because she knew you were married and having an affair?
Damn. How did you even?
Also, I checked with your company. And when I did, it's more of a quiet season right now. Your section chief told me you go home on time every day.
Oh yeah? So what?
Excuse me?
What's wrong with me being a little unfaithful?
What are you talking about? I have a big problem with it.
I'd rather go for a pretty young girl than a dull, ugly hag like you.
Hag? You and I are the same age. You cheated on me and now you're acting like nothing ever happened. You're disgusting.
Everything you've said so far is just hearsay, right? That doesn't prove I'm cheating on you.
I have proof.
What?
I put a hidden camera in our bedroom this morning. I have every single detail of what you and your lover were doing in the bedroom on camera. I didn't watch it because it's just too creepy. I mean, what more proof do you need?
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? What's with the hidden camera? That's voyeurism.
I just have a camera in my own house.
Delete the data now.
Sorry, but I'll submit this evidence to my lawyer.
What? A lawyer?
I heard you said at the restaurant, "I'm divorcing my wife and marrying Kayla." I'll divorce you as you wish. You'll have to pay me a lot of alimony, though.
Alimony? Wait a minute. Don't take that seriously. I'm not marrying her. That was just sweet talk.
Shut up. I'll take all the compensation I can get from you and from your lover. You two debtors can live your life licking each other's wounds. After that, my husband and his mistress came back to pick up their personal belongings. They got down on their knees and apologized to me at the door. I never forgave them, and with the camera footage as evidence, I consulted a lawyer. I convinced both of them that they had to pay compensation. It seems that their company found out about the affair and divorce. Kayla resigned from her job because it became difficult for her to stay at the company. But Tatum, while having fingers pointed at him behind his back, continued to work to pay off both his and Kayla's compensation fees. It was discovered that Kayla was having a relationship with another man. Now, it seems to be developing into a more chaotic situation.
Hi, Nadine. Why are you not here yet?
Hi, Lisa. What are you talking about?
This is why I can't stand my useless daughter-in-law. Skipping out on a promise with me.
I'm sorry, but I really don't remember any promises. What are you referring to?
I asked you to drive me to the movie theater to meet my friend. Remember? We've got just 5 minutes until the meeting time. And you're still not here. You're gonna make my friend wait too. What in the world are you thinking?
Oh, that thing. But sorry, as I mentioned yesterday, I could give birth any day now, so driving is difficult for me.
Oh, God. Don't be so spoiled. You can still drive a car even if you're pregnant. Stop with the excuses and just get here already.
I can't.
Jeez.
It's almost time for the baby to arrive, you know. Right now, my body and the baby in my belly are the most important things. And besides, my car isn't available during the day.
Oh my! What kind of daughter-in-law are you? Thinking you're more important than your husband's mother? And you're saying you don't care if my friend and I can't catch a movie.
I said the car isn't available during the day.
I've been looking forward to the movie with my favorite actor for ages. It's gonna start soon if we don't hurry.
Then use public transportation like a bus or take a taxi if you're in such a rush.
My legs are not in good shape, so it's hard for me to walk to the bus stop. Just come quickly.
No, I will not. I'm not at home anyway.
What? You are not gallivanting around, are you?
No, I'm at the obstetrician's for a checkup today.
You should put that aside. Your doctor's office is near the movie theater, right? If you leave now, you'll just about make it in time. Hurry up!
I took a bus here.
No way!
Maybe you've forgotten. I mentioned it before, but the car is unavailable during the day. Arthur's car is in for maintenance right now, so he's been using mine for commuting.
Maintenance? Why didn't you say that sooner?
I've told you many times before, but you keep asking for the car. I thought you were just making unreasonable demands as usual.
Fine. You're such an incompetent daughter-in-law. If I had known, I would have just taken a taxi from the beginning.
Are you okay, hon? Arthur, aren't you busy at work?
It's lunch break now, so it's all good. Anyway, Mom sent me a ton of texts, like a flood of complaints. She complained that she was late for the movie because of you, and her friend was mad. Also, the taxi fare was so expensive that she had no money now. There were a bunch of other complaints too.
Oh, that. She completely forgot about the car being in for maintenance. She was really pushing me to drive her to the movie theater.
Geez, that's impossible.
I was already at the obstetrician's, and I explained again why I couldn't physically drive. Sounded like she understood and decided to take a taxi herself since she was late.
I see. I'm really sorry she caused trouble. She's always been forceful. Living nearby is an issue too.
Oh well, it's not something new. I'll just let it slide.
But I'm starting to worry about you and the baby. It's a bit late now, but do you want to take a refugee at your parents' temporarily?
Why?
Being so harsh on a pregnant woman who's about to give birth. Honestly, my own mother scares me. And about her bullying, I regret not noticing it until recently.
No, it's not your fault. I didn't talk to you about it.
Knowing you didn't want to badmouth her to me, right? Still, the fact that I couldn't protect you is the truth. So, please let me keep you safe this time.
Oh, thanks, hon. But I've already decided where to give birth, you know. Transferring at this stage might be difficult, I think.
I think we might be able to manage that somehow.
Oh, yeah?
My colleague has a relative who's an obstetrician. He recently opened a clinic near your parents' place. Maybe we can ask for their help.
Really? Then let's do that, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about the details when I get home tonight.
All right, got it.
Honey, I'm back. But you're not here. I just got home. Are you out shopping or something?
Arthur, please come help me.
What's going on? Where are you?
Your mom suddenly showed up just before you came back, and she dragged me to her house.
What the? But why?
She said it was punishment for not giving her a ride and ordered me to clean the house and go grocery shopping for her.
Seriously?
Oh, I didn't actually obey her orders. I just pretended to go along because I was scared of resisting and causing any harm to the baby.
I see.
So, when she hopped in the shower, I slipped away. But my stomach's feeling tight now, and I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Wait, so you're not at her place now, right? Where are you?
I'm sitting on a bench in front of a post office in our neighborhood. Can you come pick me up?
Got it. I'll be right there. God damn you, Nadine! Who do you think you are? You left without my permission the other day and didn't even contact me at all. You're not at the apartment. Where have you gone?
Good morning, Lisa.
I'm asking where you've gone.
I'm at my parents' place.
What? Wait, are you at my place?
No, I meant my own parents' home.
What on earth? Why have you gone there?
I've decided to stay here until I give birth.
What? Staying with your parents? I opposed that decision, didn't I? You married into this family, so your parents are practically strangers now. But you just don't listen, do you? Disobeying my orders and returning there is not acceptable.
It was Arthur's idea, you know.
Arthur?
Even if you oppose it, it means nothing if my husband approves, right?
Well,
when you dragged me to your house the other day, my stomach started to tighten and it was very painful. He picked me up and rushed me to the hospital. Everything was fine though. When I felt better, I decided to stay with my parents. Despite my condition, Arthur took really good care of me and made sure I safely got here.
Just running away for your own convenience. You're overly dramatic about everything.
Overly dramatic? If something happened to our baby, would you take responsibility? I won't risk dangers accompanying your whims during such a crucial time right before my due date.
Whose whims are you talking about? Don't be so spoiled about it.
I don't think those are words coming from someone who has experienced childbirth.
How dare you! Let me tell you, when I was pregnant with Arthur, I managed all the household chores by myself until the very end. These days, you young people rush to the hospital over every little thing. You're all so spoiled.
Well, not every pregnancy fits into the same category. Some might have various risks to consider. I don't think everyone's being overly spoiled, you know. In any case, the transfer has already been completed and it's not feasible for me to return now.
Listen carefully. I said I was against you going back to your parents. Whatever the reason, I won't allow you.
I've told you Arthur suggested I return. I don't need your permission. Excuse me, but I need to rest now.
Nadine, divorce Arthur.
What's this all of a sudden?
I must say, I ended up with quite an absurd daughter-in-law. I was scolded by Arthur the other day. Seems like he's falling completely under your spell or something. It's really troublesome.
Spell?
So, I seriously thought about it. I've decided to introduce him to a better girl. You should get divorced after giving birth.
That's quite an extreme idea.
No, it's the obvious choice. Protecting my son from a bad woman is a mother's duty.
Well, why not? Okay.
Really? Oh my, you're surprisingly compliant. But it's for the best. We'll have to proceed with the divorce discussion with Arthur now.
Don't worry, he's already on board with it. We talked and decided together.
Oh, I see. Well, finally you decided to obey me. It's ironic that it's regarding the divorce, though. I'll have to find a good lawyer for him. As soon as I find one, I'll have him start the process, okay? Oh, by the way, I'll raise the grandchild. Contact me as soon as the baby is born. I'll come to pick up my grandchild and start the adoption process. Obviously, you won't be recognized as a mother. I'll make sure to state that in the document, too. Listen, idiot. That's enough. You've been blabbering nonsense just because I don't stop you. Excuse me? Telling me to divorce and hand over my child? Who the heck do you think you are? Nadine? You can't even consider the feelings of Arthur, the son you gave birth enduring the pain because you're such a toxic parent. No wonder you feel nothing about bullying me, his wife. Why would I hand over a precious treasure to an extremely unreasonable knucklehead like you? Hold on, what's got into you?
Oops, I apologize. I was just so taken aback by your outrageous remarks that I, slipped.
Slipped? You just made some really terrible comments.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's because of my hormones going wild. My emotions got the better of me. It's a relief we are not meeting face to face.
How dare you act so defiant just because of divorce is decided?
That was my true feelings, though. I don't want to talk or text with you anymore, so I'll hand over the baton to Arthur now.
Wait, what? I'm not finished. Mom? Arthur? What's wrong with Nadine talking to me so rudely? She's going through a really crucial time right now. You need to back off. Hey, the divorce is happening, right? What in the crazy world are you talking about? But she told me so. We don't need that girl in our family. She's not suitable for you. So, get rid of her and come back to my place, okay? I'll find you a good lawyer. Snatch some alimony and grab custody of the baby. I haven't finished what I want to say, Mom. Oh, sure. Go ahead and tell me. We are not getting divorced. She just went along with you to avoid causing more headaches. Huh? But that's crazy. How is it crazy when we are about to have a baby? It's not unheard of, you know. Many people do it. By the way, we moved too. Why don't you come back home and live with me? I requested a transfer at work. It's far from your place, so moving back isn't an option. What's going on? Mom, do you know how to change a husband's surname to a wife's? Change a surname? It was a little complex with a court petition, a lot of paperwork, and a court hearing. Hold on a sec. Arthur, are you saying... This is the first time I'm telling you, but during my middle school years, there was a time I acted out after Dad and you divorced, right? It escalated, and I was about to get involved with some wrong people when Nadine snapped me out of it. She yelled at me saying, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself and start owning your life." Did she? You mean she bullied you? What a savage woman! Why focus on that point in this conversation? Because she yelled at you, my beloved son. I can't seem to get my point across at all. What do you mean? I thought you would cherish what I cherish and support me as I became a father. But I've been looking out for you, haven't I? Even now, I'm desperately trying to protect you from that overbearing wife, you know? I give up. I won't try to make you understand anymore. Huh? I've always appreciated everything you've done for me. But since I'm married, my first priority is to protect my wife and the unborn child. I can't stay close to someone who disrespects what I cherish the most. Arthur? Listen to me. Just come home for once anyway. I intend to take care of my grandchild without relying on Nadine, and I won't let you see our baby. What are you saying? I'll adopt a grandchild? Talking to you right now is getting nowhere. You probably don't understand why I chose to take her surname either. That's because she pressured you into it, right? She's such a ferocious woman yelling at a man. It's useless after all. Huh? Goodbye, Mom. Wait, what? Arthur?
The next morning, Lisa stormed into my parents' place, yelling to give her back her son. But I was already admitted to the hospital due to the construction starting early in the morning. Of course, Arthur was on the way there for the birth. Both my parents happened to be out, so she was supposed to give up and leave. But guess what? She accidentally barged into the wrong house and went into her neighbor's place. She caused quite a ruckus and ended up with a hefty bill of $30,000 in property damages. Later on, Arthur's uncle, who's her older brother, took her back to their hometown in the countryside. She's now working tirelessly from morning till night to pay off the $30,000 debt she owes him for covering her expenses. She's got no proper work experience, and with that kind of personality, she's constantly being scolded by her boss and disliked by her colleagues. She's living a tough life.
Aunt Anita, are you free right now?
Melissa, you're as abrupt as ever. I'm not exactly free, but what's up?
I've got something I want to talk to you about.
What's it about? I'm busy, so get to the point.
Geez, don't be so catty. You're the only one I can rely on, you know.
What is it this time? You have parents, don't you? Seriously, rely on them for a change.
Oh, come on, don't say that. I'm like your daughter anyway, right?
You're strictly my niece, nothing more.
All right then, hear out your cute niece's request, please.
What's the request?
So, I'm thinking of studying abroad. I need money for that.
What? Studying abroad? Where?
I haven't decided yet. Well, it could be Spain, but a lot of kids go there. It's boring to do the same as everyone else, you know. So, maybe France, Germany, even Japan.
Seriously? You don't even know where you want to go? Aren't you a high school senior preparing for university? Isn't planning to study abroad now a bit reckless?
Nah, it'll be fine. I'm already deciding which outfits to take. I'm prepared.
That doesn't mean you're prepared at all. Besides, what do you want to achieve by studying abroad? If you don't have a clear goal, it's totally pointless, you know.
You're so rude. I've got plenty of goals. I want to try different cuisines from various countries, make friends with foreigners. And hey, wouldn't it be cool to have a foreign boyfriend? Most of all, living abroad sounds stylish, you know.
It's not about that, though. But do you want to study so badly that you need to go abroad for it?
A foreign language or something like that. You know, they say if you want to master a foreign language quickly,
Living in a country where it's spoken is the fastest way to do it. You can study Spanish, French, and all the others here. There are language schools for that. And in the internet age, you can learn so much, right? You don't have to pay money to go abroad for that, do you? Please, Aunt Anita, you don't get it. There's meaning in going to the actual place. If I make a lot of local friends, learning will be quicker, you know? So, in the end, you just want to travel and study foreign languages, huh? Now, if I go, I'll find other stuff I want to do. Can you please help me with the study abroad funds? You ask so easily. But do you have any idea how much it costs to send one kid abroad? And why should I fork out that kind of unnecessary money for someone who isn't even my own child? If you're serious about it, then work and earn your own money. And before consulting me, shouldn't you talk to your own parents first? I don't want to. Dad would totally flip out if I told him. Mom would say no money, so it's a no-go there too. I can only rely on you. Please, I'll pay you back as soon as I make it big. Listen, even if you do go, what about where you live? What about your living expenses? You don't have any local contacts in case of an emergency, right? Safety might not be like here either. With such unclear reasons for it, you'll likely fall behind. I can't throw away that much money on that. Why do you always talk about the negatives? It'll be fine. I got this. I don't want to invest in baseless, it'll be fine. If your goal is just to travel and learn some language, why not wait till you earn money and then go on a trip? That's not it. It's pointless to travel when I'm an adult. Anyone can do that. It's cool for a high schooler to study abroad. God, Antonita, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot? Since you will never get married, you should be nice to me. Huh? If you don't give me money, I won't take care of you in the future. I'll be just fine without your help, you know. I don't want to rely on you anyway. Liar! Mom says otherwise. You're single and won't have kids. So I'm the only one you can rely on when you get old. She says you'll listen to everything I say. Wow, does she really say that? I see. So that's how it is. This is seriously ridiculous. I'm done dealing with your family now. What? But I need the funds to study abroad. None of my business. Figure it out yourself. Don't come to me anymore. Wait, Aunt Anita! I'm desperate! I'm figuring things out, so please listen to me! Don't bother me with calls. Bye! Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video!
I need to punish you when I get home. Hey Mia, where are you? Where'd you go?
Hi.
Where the hell are you? Why is the house so dark? You didn't run away, did you? I'll never forgive you.
I'm out.
What? Where does a housewife go at this late hour?
I have to run an errand. Did you turn on the light?
I did, but what time are you coming home?
Oh, I'm not going back to that house anymore.
Huh? Are you stupid? A teacher's wife shouldn't be wandering around late at night. What if bad rumors start? If I get fired, you can't take the responsibility, can you?
Look in the envelope on the living room table.
Huh? An envelope? What the hell is this?
Just look inside and you'll see.
What's inside? Huh? What's this?
A list of places and times and photos to prove you were unfaithful. Your cheating partner's parents' home, contact information, and divorce papers.
What? What? These pictures? Hey, when did you take these pictures?
You've been coming home late lately, and it was obvious that you were cheating on me. So it was rather easy to take those pictures.
I'm not cheating on you. I'm a teacher.
Oh, it doesn't matter whether you did or didn't. It's just the fact that someone in your position as a school teacher went to a hotel with a woman and spent a certain amount of time together. That fact is enough for me. If you call yourself a teacher, you should have been more cautious of your actions.
Huh? What do you mean? Like that. You're not Mia, are you?
Nope, I'm someone else. But I'm not telling you who I am right now.
What? Who are you? You... Give me back Mia. You kidnapped Mia, didn't you? I'm calling the police. I'm calling them now.
Go ahead, call them if you can. Call the cops. You're the one who's gonna get caught.
What? What do you mean? Why are you being so... bossy?
You're over, Steve. I have proof of everything you've done to Mia. Enough evidence to turn you into the police.
Huh? Proof of what? What are you talking about?
I have proof of you harassing her on text. Also, there are cameras in 5 different places in your house. They recorded your harassment for the past month.
You put cameras in someone's house without permission? You're a criminal. You've been trespassing and even taking spy photos.
What? Mia was the one who put the cameras in her own house. It was hard to find evidence, but...
What? No way.
The best one was the video that was taken on the day you forced Mia to change into a sexy costume. Thank you very much. You said and did some very kinky things. It was so disgusting. It made me shudder watching it. I feel like there's no hope for the future when a junior high school teacher is such a disgusting person.
What?
I think it's a fatal error.
A junior high school teacher forcing his wife to wear a sexy costume and... No, that's... To protect Mia's honor, I'm not going to make this video public. Or maybe I should. No, that's... Please don't do that. I won't do that, for now. But if you don't sign the divorce papers right now, I'll put the video on the internet. No, you can't do that. Mia's face will be on there. I'll make sure it's doctored so she won't be identified. But I'll make sure your face is on there. I'm sure you'll be identified right away and you'll be called by the principal. Okay, I'll sign the papers right away. Wait. Did you really sign it? Take a picture and send it to me. Yes, I signed it and sent the picture. Check it out. Did you see it? You saw it, right? So delete the video. Okay, then you have 1 hour to turn it in. They're accepting applications at night. Huh? Now? No way. Ready, set, go. Wait. It's about time, sir. I filed the papers. Huh? Please quit lying. What? I'm not lying. I brought it to the clerk's office of the county courthouse. I'm watching you. How did you submit it to the office when you haven't left your house even a single step? What? Where are you? Are you around here? Just go submit it. Or I'll release the video. Okay. Wait a minute. I mean, am I really getting a divorce? I apologize. I'll quit harassing Mia. I'll become a whole new person. Please, I love her. I'm sorry. I can't stand it. You've been harassing me every day. It's been hard on me. I don't like you anymore. I hate you. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't even want to hear your voice anymore. Oh, Mia. It's Mia, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was probably a bit carried away. I didn't mean it. I was just kidding. Kidding? How can you get away with that? I was dying every day and you thought it was a joke. I can't. I really can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Huh? Even if I apologize to you this much? Yes, I can't. I'm sorry. Huh? Who do you think you are? Don't go against your husband, you brainless idiot wife. See? He snapped again. You can't be a whole new person, you jerk. Huh? You again? Who are you? Come on, go submit it. The divorce papers. Otherwise, I'm going to file a police report with the evidence. If you file the divorce papers, I won't go to the police now. Just go submit it. Okay, wait a minute. I filed it. You happy? Oh, thank God. Now we can move forward. What the hell? Who the hell are you? You want to know? I'm June, your little sister. Actually, I don't want to call you my brother anymore. Huh? June? Why you? I don't know. Huh? What? By the way, Mia's lawyer will be in touch with you about the division of property and stuff. Also, Mia will give you everything she had left behind in that house. And I'll send you a bill for alimony to be paid to Mia. Also, about the workplace and parents' home address of the other woman. You're going to demand compensation from the woman? I'd rather you didn't. I don't want to bother her, you know? I apologize. I can't explain this kind of thing. Give me a break. Don't worry about Julia. I'll explain to her everything, so don't worry. No, please don't do that. Last but not least, I'm going to tell you the story behind the story. That woman is a professional couple buster. Her job is to have an affair and make a couple get divorced. What? Julia does such a great job as a professional. I'll let her know you filed for divorce. Take care, bro. Oops, I made a mistake. You're not my brother. You're just Steve. What? Wait. A professional couple buster. What do you mean? Hey man, I need an explanation. What do you mean by professional anyway? She was serious about me, wasn't she? Hey, don't ignore my text. Don't block me. Hey, wait, June. Please, help your brother. After that, the school found out the fact that Steve had purchased sexy costumes and forced his wife to wear it. As a result, they also found out that he had been charged with domestic violence against me. The school's decision was to dismiss him. In order to pay the alimony, he became a teacher at a harsh cram school. And as for me, I'm freed from my ex-husband, and so I decided to work. I helped June's company, Anything Goes, with various requests. And actually, June is a staff member at Anything Goes, specializing in breakups.
Melinda, I heard you were in the hospital.
Hello, Marge. Yes, I'm in the hospital.
I was so surprised when I heard from Ken.
I'm sorry to make you worry.
So, you'll be discharged tomorrow, right?
Huh? Tomorrow?
Oh no, did you forget? We have guests coming tomorrow. I told you to come here first thing in the morning and help preparing, didn't I? Oh, before that, I'll need you to clean the room where everyone will be gathering and the entrance.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that's not possible tomorrow.
Well, not only you are suddenly hospitalized, but you can't even fulfill your duties as a wife. Why did Ken choose such a useless wife?
No, this hospitalization?
Quiet. If you're not injured, you're sick. Sick means useless. It's going to be difficult to produce an heir to a family.
No, that's why.
I won't argue with you. I heard that you've been pushing Ken to do the housework lately because you're always sick.
I wasn't pushing him.
I often see Ken shopping at the supermarket on his way home from work. I can't believe you make him stop by the supermarket in his suit. It must be embarrassing. And haven't you gained some weight recently? It shows you've been lazy and making your husband do the housework. Oh, poor Ken.
Well, Marge.
I'm going to ask you to divorce him.
What?
We'll start talking about divorce as soon as you get out of the hospital.
That's too sudden.
There's no way I'm gonna have a decent child by a feeble, useless wife. I find Ken a healthier and more energetic wife.
Oh no.
I have nothing more to say to you. After the divorce, please don't ever come near my house again. Leave Ken alone. Melinda, you said today was the day you were discharged from the hospital, right? I just went to your hospital room and you weren't there. Did we miss each other?
Ken, sorry. My father came to pick me up.
Oh, your father?
I'm at my parents' house now.
I didn't know you were going back there when you got out of the hospital. Is something wrong?
Yeah.
Is it my mom again? Can you tell me what's going on?
On my first day in the hospital, I got a message from your mother. She said she didn't want you to have a sick, useless wife, and that she wanted me to divorce you.
What? Sick? You had no choice but to be in the hospital this time, right?
I tried to explain that too, but she seemed to misunderstand my pregnancy for becoming fat because of my laziness. As she was rambling on and on, she kept saying unreasonable things to me one after the other. I stopped talking.
Oh, well, I think that's fine. If you had taught her, she probably would have gotten annoyed anyway. I think it's a good time for you to go home and relax for a while. It's obvious that mom is causing you a lot of stress. I feel better all around if you stay at your parents' home.
I'm sorry I didn't discuss this with you beforehand. I was planning to come back, but this morning, my father suggested that I should come back their home. I thought about the possibility that my mother-in-law, who loves her son so much, might find out about my every move. So I thought it would be better to tell you after the fact.
Yeah, that's good. That was the right thing to do. In fact, she's been staying in the house since you were hospitalized.
Is that so?
Under the current circumstances, it's not a good idea for you two to see each other. She said she would do the housework until you get better. I was worried that she might do something when I wasn't around. And now here you are. Nice decision by your dad.
Well, good.
Let's not correct she misinterpreted your pregnancy as weight gain. I'll take care of things over here. You should get some rest now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Wait, Melinda. Mom, it's Ken. Oh, Ken. Hey, I was just messaging with Melinda. I know. I was watching from the side. Oh, you're with Melinda? Yeah, I'm with her. We're together. I moved in with Melinda at her parents' house. What? I'll get to the point. The point? I honestly don't care about being the firstborn, or about how my wife should behave and so on. What? My first priority is to protect my family, Melinda and my son. I'm not gonna have a mother who bullies my precious family members. Or cutting you out of my life. Cutting me out? Of course I won't let you hold your grandchild ever. Oh no! The grandchild is our family's heir. So are you. You think you're gonna get away with this? Dad agreed. So it's okay, right? What? You know what? What do you mean about the heir? Only you say old-fashioned things like that. I mean, we are just a regular working family. But, well, that's it then. Don't bother us anymore. Wait, Ken!
Later, apparently, my mother-in-law was making vicious phone calls and texted me. I had already set rejecting and blocking of calls while she was messaging with my husband, so it was no problem. The next day, my husband and I changed our phone numbers. After that, my mother-in-law was desperately searching for the whereabouts of her beloved son, Ken, and her grandchild. She's a person who's not interested in information about her daughter-in-law to a splendid degree, so she does not know the address of my parents' house. I'm spending my days peacefully without any fear of being abused. On another note, I have been in contact with my father-in-law, who has been very understanding of our situation. He sometimes tells me how my mother-in-law is doing. He said that she doesn't know the meaning of remorse, and so that the day when she can see her grandchild may never come. He also said the word divorce has appeared in his mind lately.
Come on, Hannah. Answer. Hannah?
Long time no see.
Long time no see? You haven't contacted me in 2 months.
What?
What do you mean, what? You still don't realize you're the wife of this family, do you?
No,
As the husband's mother, I went out of my way to contact you. No matter what, replying is the highest priority. That's another thing you should know as a wife, okay? So be careful next time.
excuse me, but...
I haven't finished talking yet. Don't interrupt. Just be quiet and listen to me.
Huh?
First, the other day, I got to see where you guys moved to.
Where we moved to?
Then, well, you haven't done any housework at all. There were dirty clothes all over the place. The dishes had not been washed. There were snack bags and a ton of convenience store sandwich wrappers in the trash. There was also a mountain of beer cans left on the table. My Kevin doesn't drink, so it must be you, right?
No, I'm allergic to alcohol.
I told you not to interrupt.
Sorry.
Also, the dust was so thick. You haven't vacuumed, have you? I allowed you to work after marriage because you said you could balance housework and work life. If it means not to take care of your husband, then quit your job. After all, a woman should stay at home after marriage.
Are we done here?
Huh?
You seem to have made a lot of mistakes, so let me correct them.
I won't allow you to talk back to me.
We are divorced.
Yes, I know.
What? Even though you know you called me your daughter-in-law or his wife?
Of course. Listen, Hannah. Even if you get divorced, as long as you live together, you're Kevin's wife and my daughter-in-law. You should be devoted to your beloved husband and treat me, his mother, with respect.
Do you understand what you're saying? Divorce means we're apart. From the day we stopped being husband and wife, we started our separate lives. It's weird to talk about taking care of each other.
I thought I told you. Do not talk back to your mother-in-law.
This is not back-talking. I'm being perfectly reasonable.
How so? I'll say it again. If you neglect taking care of your husband, you are not qualified as a wife. If you can't balance business and housework, then get out of the business. If you want, I can tell your company that you're resigning.
Don't do that. I'm sure I wouldn't be let go based on someone else's submission, but I don't want you to make trouble at work.
Then why don't you just resign?
If I do that, I won't be able to make a living.
Well, what's with the tone of voice? Are you saying that you can't live on his salary?
That's not what I meant.
That's just because you're not a good enough wife. Being good at making ends meet is also the role of a wife, who is supposed to protect the family.
I'm divorced now, so I'm not his wife.
You still say that? Divorce is no reason to neglect housework.
Well, whatever. I'm living in another part of the country now.
What?
I got transfer offer right after the divorce, so I moved.
Well, the wife is living away on business? Oh my god.
I'm not his wife, and I'm not living away on business.
You should quit right away and come back.
What?
Well, I'm not a monster, so I'll give you some time. I've heard that it takes about a month to resign, so I'll wait that long. I'll take care of Kevin during that time. You need to hurry up and resign and come back to Kevin.
I told you I'm divorced.
Please stop quibbling.
Quibbling?
You got that?
Kevin, long time no see. Can you talk now?
Hey, Hannah. Long time no see.
I'm sorry for contacting you, even though we are divorced.
No, that's totally fine. We didn't get divorced because we weren't getting along. I'm sure things will change if I get a girlfriend, but for now, don't worry about it.
Yeah, great.
So, what's up?
I need to talk to you about your mom.
Oh, my mom? What did she do this time?
She contacted me the other day, but she doesn't make any sense.
What happened?
To sum it up, she said that even though we were divorced, I was still her daughter-in-law and Kevin's wife, so I had to take care of Kevin. And if I can't balance work and housework, then I had to resign from my job.
What? Then what did you say to her?
I told her that we were divorced, so we weren't obligated to each other, and that I wasn't her daughter-in-law or his wife now. And she was like, even if we were divorced, yada yada. It was going nowhere. I gave up.
Oh God, you still can't get through to her, can you?
Speaking of which, she still calls you my Kevin.
Stop, you're making me depressed.
I'm sorry. You still haven't gotten over yet?
About that, right after we got divorced, my parents separated.
Oh, really?
After that, my mom's interference with me got worse. I just wanted to get away.
else's bathroom.
Oh no! I hear police sirens outside.
Well, I'm sure you do. First, let's talk about the apartment key. After the current residents, a working couple, forgot to lock the door when they went to work. Then, my ex-mother-in-law broke into the apartment. She found the key left on the table and made a duplicate key without permission. Every few days, she visited the place to take care of her son. Finally, on the day, she ran into the couple who lived in the house. So, my ex-mother-in-law got into trouble with the police. This triggered my ex-father-in-law, who she was separated from, to slap divorce papers on her. She cried like a baby, saying that she didn't want to be alone, without knowing the whereabouts of her beloved son. With no family home and no one to rely on, she began to live alone. Now she lives in an apartment for single people, crying every night. That was written in the message that she sent to me just before I blocked her.
to you, didn't I? You don't remember anything about this? Of course, Dad knows everything too. But when we talked about back then, I thought Andrea didn't want to live with me and she was just being selfish. Huh? I just thought you convinced her that time. How did you come to that conclusion? You're interpreting things for your own good. Who's the one being selfish, barging in here without permission and living at a house that wasn't even yours? How dare you talk to my wife like that? But that's why her brother, which is the landlord, got mad. He was so nice to you and you should know that. Don't exaggerate things. They are all crazy. How can you not be mad if your precious pregnant sister is treated badly at the house? So, you should be the one who has to leave the house. But, don't you feel bad for your own mother? Can you talk to them? Do you want me to talk to them? The only thing I can say to them is, my insane mother will never come near our house or Andrea again. What? You're going to stay with Dad from now on. That's why we're moving Mom's stuff out this time. Wait a minute, I don't like that. Dad's already committed to working at the new place until he retires. I know you didn't want to live in the countryside, that's why you stayed here, but after what you did, you should go live with Dad now, so good luck with that. I don't want to! I can't! I don't want to leave! I knew you would say that, but it's too late now. You should be thankful you have a place to go. But... Bye, Mom. Take care always. My husband showed me the conversation with his mom. It was shocking to know that she forgot everything about the house, but I'm glad to know that she realized her own position now. I was relieved to think that I was now free from her. When my husband asked his dad for advice, he immediately decided to take her in. They're going to move into the company housing together. According to my husband, Mom will have a hard time building relationships at the company housing since she is not a sociable person. However, Dad thinks it will be better this way. After a few weeks, I gave birth to a baby girl and my brother and his wife decided to live with us. They are very supportive of us and we are now living comfortably and stress-free.
Hi, Cassidy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but can you prepare some money urgently? I need it right away for an additional surgery.
Hi, Heidi. An additional surgery? Are you okay? Was there a problem with the recovery from last month's surgery?
Unfortunately, it's so hard to deal with all these issues while being sick, you know? So about the money, can you manage it? If possible, 10,000.
10,000? Oh my god. Are you taking a bigger surgery than before? It's more expensive than last month. Are you sure you're okay? I'll go talk to the doctor. Come to think of it, you did mention once that the money you could use freely decreased after he married me. If you really cared about him, you wouldn't make such statements. As for why you needed the $10,000 for additional surgery, it was because you had payments to make for things bought during the trip.
Why do you... It's not what you think,
I've had enough of this. I don't want anything to do with you and Jason anymore. From now on, please communicate with me through my lawyer. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we cut contacts?
Wait. You don't have to rush and say it's the end. We can talk about this more thoroughly.
No, I have nothing more to say to you. I'm actually grateful for the circumstances that led to this divorce. If I had a child, I might not have been able to break free from your influence. I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to block you now. Goodbye.
Hold on. Cassidy, please listen to me. Come back.
The divorce was successfully finalized. Strangely, Jason's the one making monthly payments for the compensation and debts from Heidi. It seems that she continues to live dependent on him, and he also appears to be unable to break free from her influence. Rumor has it that news of what exactly happened came out, and the professor's daughter even severed ties with them. As for me, I got a chihuahua after my divorce. While attending a dog training school, I met and married an instructor there. Now I'm cheerfully navigating the days with a lively 1-year-old boy and the chihuahua, feeling grateful for my happiness.
Hey Nora, what's up with the lunch? Are you messing with me?
I made it just for you. I made it with fruit salad and other things to balance it out. How is it I'm messing with you?
You know I don't like vegetables, right?
Yes, but I looked for a recipe that even a child who hates vegetables could eat, and I made it for you. I put particular effort into the seasoning and so on.
I don't care about seasoning. If you know I don't like vegetables, you're messing with me.
But if there's only meat, it's not balanced, right?
That's right, but I wanted fried chicken. But all that was in there was grilled chicken breast. Where's the fried chicken? This lunch is torture.
Torture? You're exaggerating. I made you fried chicken yesterday.
You just baked it in the oven, didn't you? That's not fried food. What I want is real fried chicken.
Oh my, you're a picky eater. On top of that, you've been gaining weight lately, haven't you? You've even had a lot of health issues. You keep wanting to eat fried food, but if you eat anything you want, you'll get sick.
Shut up. Instead of moderating your diet for your health, eat whatever you want as much as you want. If it kills you, so be it. Life is short and fulfilling. That's what I believe.
But I want you to live a long and healthy life.
There's no point in living a long life eating food that don't taste good. That's why I'm throwing away today's lunch.
Oh no, what a waste of food. Prices have gone up recently, and the cost of food is getting higher.
It's your fault for buying vegetables that I hate. If you're gonna talk about food costs, you should only buy my favorite foods. If you're my wife, you're supposed to make lunches that your husband will be happy to eat.
But when you say your favorite food, it's all meat and mac and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese? I love it. I'll make some today.
Stop it. You had it for dinner last night too. You didn't touch any of the side dishes at dinner. Just the mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's because you only cook food that don't taste good. I'm so unlucky to have horrible cook for a wife. You can't even cook a satisfactory meal. And yet, you're always harping on about my health.
I used to cook a lot before we got married. Nobody has seemed to mind up to now.
That's because they're just being considerate. But I'm your husband. It's my duty to guide my wife. From now on, I want you to cook according to my instructions.
I don't want to cook food that's too rich or too unhealthy.
Don't defy your husband. Who do you owe your livelihood to? I'm the one who earns the money to buy the food, aren't I? Don't get smart with me. You waste food with your terrible cooking.
You're the one wasting food. Besides, I'm working too.
Your job is low paying with no responsibilities compared to mine.
So that's what you think, is it?
It's true. I'll tell you what I want you to do starting with dinner tonight. So make sure it's done exactly the way I want it. Do you understand? You must do exactly as I told you. Nora, do you have any idea what you've done?
I'd like to ask you the same thing. Nate, what have you been doing? You left yesterday and never came back. Where have you been? Are you at work now?
It's none of your business where I go. What's more, what was for dinner?
What do you mean? I did my best to give you what you wanted.
Not even close. I didn't ask for the kind of meal. You horrible cook.
What? I made a steak, just as you specified in your recipe. What was the problem with that?
You know what? How long have you been with me?
What? About 5 years?
How many times have you had dinner with me in those 5 years? You haven't noticed anything. You have seen how I eat, right?
How you what? You mean not very good table manners? I've always thought it's impolite to talk while eating, or hold your fork like that.
Wrong. Don't belittle me. Did you see how much sauce I pour on my steak?
Yes, a lot. You were really angry when I mentioned it to you before.
Yeah, I was. It's just not quite enough for my taste.
You put ketchup and sauce all over your fast food too.
If you know them, you should seasoning it like that. It was just as if there was no flavor at all. I don't know how you can call the food.
It was seasoned well. I tasted it. I'm sure of it. Besides, if you put that much sauce on it, you'd be consuming too much salt.
It takes a lot of sauce to get a flavor the way I like it.
Every time you measure it, your blood pressure gets higher. It's time to start cutting back.
Don't be silly. It doesn't matter if you live a long life with thin taste buds.
You have to live with lifestyle-related diseases for the rest of your life. It costs a lot of money for medical care. You talk about a short and fulfilling life, but there's no guarantee that one day it'll end abruptly.
Don't make me say it over and over again. You're a messed up wife, but don't you dare talk back to me. Anyway, you need to get us sauces, ketchup, and mayonnaise right now. I want you to make sure we have plenty of it.
Huh?
Oh, and no low sodium, half calorie crap.
I don't use those products with additives, but I want people to taste the flavor of the food. If you chew it well, it tastes good without a strong seasoning. That way, you can get a satisfaction from a little bit of food.
You're talking back to me again. Do you know the situation you're in right now?
I'm your wife, your spouse.
A wife's job is to satisfy her husband. Listen, I'll go ahead and come home today. In return, as I said before, you'll get plenty of condiments. You'll also prepare the dishes I specify. You'll also double the seasoning.
If you make it this strong...
If I'm not satisfied, I'll really divorce you.
Fine. Nate, let's talk. Come home.
No way. I'm divorcing you.
Come on.
Didn't I tell you before that if I'm not satisfied, we'll have a divorce? If you can't feed me, you're not a wife. You say my body and health are important. I'm fine right now.
It's just that you don't have any symptoms yet. You know, your health check results are all in the red, right? If you keep on like this, you're not gonna get better.
My grandfather and my father ate whatever they wanted, just like me. My grandfather lived until 80, and my father is still healthy.
Both your grandfather and your father went to the hospital regularly, right?
Of course, as you get older, you're gonna get a little wear and tear. It doesn't matter what you eat. If that's the case, it's 100 times better to eat whatever you want while you're still alive. Anyway, I'm sick of your cooking.
Sick of it? But you hardly ever eat it.
I hate it when you talk back to me like that. I'm going to be free to eat whatever I want now.
Wait, that's really not enough for you to live on. I'll try harder to cook food that you can eat.
You say that, and you're gonna put in vegetables and put less seasonings, aren't you? I'm not falling for that anymore.
I'm saying that because I'm thinking of your health.
Not necessary. You're messing with me. It's like you don't really know the situation that you're in. I already got the divorce papers. Fill them out when you get home.
That's so cruel.
Hey Nora, how are you? Are you still living health-conscious food?
Nate, long time no see. How are you?
I'm fine. No complaints when you can eat whatever you want. Everyone at work says I look great. I guess your screwy cooking was hard on me. I'm glad you let me go.
Yeah, I hope you're well.
The best thing for your health is to eat what you want and live a stress-free life.
You're probably right.
Right? You should be honest with yourself too. Don't force yourself to be so health-conscious.
I'm not like I'm forcing myself. I like vegetables.
Jeez, you've been so stubborn again. Well, if you get jealous of my eating habits, you can call me. Your property fried chicken isn't bad.
I don't envy you. I'm afraid of you.
Don't be so stubborn. Then you call me when you miss me. I don't mind if it's steak.
No thanks.
Nora, how are you?
Hey Nate, I'm still here as usual. What do you want?
I've been feeling a little under the weather lately.
Oh, really? Are you busy with work?
No matter how much sleep I get, I feel heavy and tired. My legs ache all of a sudden. It doesn't feel like a cold. It's just weird.
That's terrible. If it continues, maybe you should go to the doctor. I'm sure your unhealthy diet is paying off.
Hey, why don't you come live with me again?
Huh?
It's just that I've become so incapacitated that it's just hard to move. And the appreciation for you really sank in.
You want me to take care of you?
I mean, you could help me get up a little bit. Like, take me to and from the station. Even though we divorced, you were my wife once, right? Isn't it a wife's job to support her husband?
I don't want to. No way. Besides, we aren't married anymore.
Don't be so stubborn. You need money, don't you?
I have enough to live on my own.
Your job is a simple job with no responsibilities.
I have responsibilities. I make hospital food, according to the physical requirements of each patient.
What?
That's because I'm a hospital dietitian. You always seem to underestimate my work, so it's no wonder you don't remember.
No. I didn't mean to condescend to you. I think you're doing a great job. That's why you care about my food.
I think I would have cared, even if I weren't in the profession.
You woke me up when I had to work. I can't get up by myself, and on top of that, I'm feeling sluggish. I'm late and missing work more and more, and the company is not happy. Let's get married again, and you can wake me up every morning like you used to.
I decline.
Nora, I'm sorry. Will you try again with me?
I decline.
Please, come on.
I'm not a doctor. I can't fix your problems now. You should go to a doctor instead of depend on me, really.
Doctors aren't my thing. Nora, I need help.
Huh? What in the world?
I went to the hospital because I suddenly felt pain all over my body.
It's been a month since I told you to go, but...
It was hard for me to find the courage to go. Anyway, the doctor was really pissed at me.
Well, I can imagine.
I was told I have severe diabetes, high blood pressure, cirrhosis, gout, and hyperlipidemia.
A parade of lifestyle-related diseases.
I was told that I should be hospitalized for health management right away.
That's right. Well, work hard on your diet, because sometimes your numbers will settle down.
Hey, you're the dietitian at the hospital, right? Would you cook for me? You're my wife. You're gonna have to support me. Because, you see, I'm really sorry.
I don't want to.
Huh? You told me before. You said you'd make me a recipe that I could eat. And the other day, it was all over the internet. They said that you're the creator of recipes that even people with dietary restrictions love.
That was when I still had feelings for you as a wife. No matter how much effort I put into the recipe, I was always told that there were vegetables in it, that it was just baked, or that the flavor was too weak. I got tired of being told that the taste was bland and you getting angry at me. It was also sad to have a lot of sauce and ketchup poured on the dishes I had researched and made. Even my packed lunches got thrown away. I've had enough.
I won't complain anymore, please. I want to eat the kind of food I read about on the internet.
I refuse. If you've been told you need to be admitted to the hospital for controlled care, then grow up and get the treatments you need.
Then I'll go to the hospital where you work.
You know, my current workplace is not my former hospital.
Huh?
They moved me to another affiliated hospital in another state.
Where is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Please, cook for me. I want to eat your food.
You don't have to be so obsessed with me. All hospital food looks healthy and delicious these days. I'm not the dietitian there, but they're always the one.
It has to be you.
I heard you've gained even more weight since the divorce.
Huh?
One of your colleagues is a friend of mine from school. He says you've gained even more weight since the divorce, and you don't seem to care about hygiene anymore.
I was so busy with work that I didn't have time to shower. When we were married, you even cleaned the bathroom so I could take one. That's why I can't do without you. Please. I understood that after the divorce. You're all I had. Please, start over with me again.
Even though you've been calling me a terrible cook at work?
I'm sorry. I wanted to maintain my dignity at work, too. That's what it takes to be a capable man. If you're my wife, you'd understand. But I won't anymore. I won't throw away your lunches, and I won't complain about your cooking.
It's stupid. I won't make up with you or cook for you anymore.
You don't care if I die?
Your grandfather lived until 80. Your father is still healthy, right?
That's true, but...
Then it's okay, isn't it?
No. My father actually wasn't as healthy as I thought he was.
I heard he's on the verge of going blind from diabetes. His liver is also failing.
If you know that much, you can understand why I'm so frantic, right?
If you don't want to end up like your father, you need to get your lifestyle back on track.
I don't want to be hospitalized. I'll lose my freedom.
That's the price you pay. Even if you can't get back on your feet, you'd still like to live a short, fulfilling life, wouldn't you? That's great. Congratulations. Well then, I'm going to block you, because I don't want you to bother me anymore.
Please, don't abandon me.
Nate was forcefully hospitalized. His condition worsened considerably, and he was told that the treatment would take a long time. So, he decided to take a leave. However, the prospect of his return to work is hopeless, and it seems that he will be forced to resign. My coworkers said I was lucky to get rid of the filthy, useless guy. Being featured online as the hottest nutritionist, I am now publishing a recipe book. I hope I can help people who are struggling with dietary restrictions.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.